I don't even know if my mom's
doing
off the camera while you go.
Yeah, you can.
No, I have to give everyone high fives. All right, guys, let's go, gang! Woo! Yes.
Hi everybody, I love you.
Hi, YouTube. How we?
I might have to take my iPad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hi mom and dad, I miss you.
Oh.
Mom and dad, thanks for not coming to parents.
That was said on the won't get wrecked.
Clip it, clip it.
Clip the rest. Woo.
Oh, let's go!
All right, let's go! Woo! Yeah! Let's go! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Okay, up we go. Woo! I'm sorry. Thank you. Excuse me, sorry.
At center, a freshman from Exeter, Pennsylvania, number 7, Morgan O'Toole. At right wing, a sophomore from Weathersfield, Connecticut, number 15, Mallory Pierce. And in goal, a sophomore from Montville, New Jersey, number 32, Alexis Riley. And the rest of the team wins. From Miami,
Oh, it doesn't matter to me.
starting at
I'll stand on the other side.
a sophomore from Chicago, Illinois.
McGurn takes the face off and wins it. Back to the point. Napolitano tried to put it on net, didn't make it all the way there. Lauren Smith. Back to Cronin. Cronin brings it in deeper. Helped by McGurn. She gets it back. Back to the point. Goes all the way out. No icing as Napolitano got a touch on it. Up ahead again for Cronin. Turned over. Penn State now controls. Snedeker. Brought it up ahead for O'Toole. O'Toole has it below the net. She loses it. Gets it back. Drop pass attempt for Pierce. And a point shot swallowed up by Gonzalez. Face-off going to be in Miami's zone. As early on, Miami having more opportunities to test the Penn State goalie, Alexis Riley, but Gonzalez has faced a good slew of shots herself as the Redhawks control it in their own zone. Laura Cogswell. Miami on the attack, but Penn State controls. Penn State defense play back and forth as they try to go the breakout. One touch attempt made there by Catherine Willie, but it's turned over. Redhawks try to go back on the attack. That was Lorelli. It gets back instead to Cogswell. Cogswell throws it in. Goes on net, and that forces Alexis Riley to swallow it up. Nearing the quarter-way mark of period number 1. Still scoreless. Miami with more opportunities, but Penn State with a few of their own. Redhawks win the faceoff. Put back in by Lonergan. Attempt made there, turned over again to Penn State. As they go back out into neutral ice. Ireland Murphy now. Murphy puts it in deep. Geyer tries to chase it down. Another turnover, so Penn State goes on the attack. Across the line and thrown in by Radica. Miami trying to break it out. Gets out to the point, shot, a rebound, she's all in, but Gonzalez has it, and the whistle goes! Penn State's not gonna like that one, the puck was loose, and underneath Gonzalez, as Radica dragged it back and put it in, but after the whistle, that's not gonna count. Maya Gonzalez, without help there for a brief period of time, she was down. She thought she was on top of it, but the puck was loose just underneath her left pad. No harm, no foul, as a quick whistle from the referee gives Miami a lucky break. Held in at the line by Penn State. They've been humming the past minute or so. Clearing attempt successful by Miami, so delayed offside lets them bring it out into neutral ice. Lauren Siebert trying to force that puck through, unable to do so. So it goes right back in on the attack for Penn State. Down low. Chipped and around by Varallo. And it gets up ahead as trying to advance that further. Unsuccessfully was Natalie Dolan. Oh, and a big hit out in center. Lila Sue absorbing a hit, getting up ahead for Les Carbeau. Les Carbeau dumping it in. The Penn State has it. Now Miami a chance on the attack. Varallo gets back up for Napolitano. Katie McGurn backhands it back all the way up for Varallo. Across for Napolitano. Napolitano sees a shot. Tipped on the way in, but it doesn't make it all the way on. Penn State looking to clear, and they will. Napolitano grabs it at the red line. Reverse is a smart pass up ahead for Sue. Now for Mandy Cronin. Tried to center it. Nobody was home. Penn State going to have some time for a breakout. Chipped all the way in by Sanders. And now a battle for the puck. Alicia Smuck on it. Fed Cronin, who in turn gave it up to McGurn. Penn State recollects it. Drops it back. Trying to set up a play. Taken back briefly by Miami. And McGurn will throw it all the way in. Goes on net. Riley forced to play it out. Out for Coggin. Now Penn State on the attack. Willie trying to force the pressure on Schwarzer. Schwarzer got it up ahead. She's hauled down. No call on the play. Back for Coggin. Coggin tried to feed Willie. A turnover, though. Redhawks back up the other way in a 3-on-2. Sharp angle shot made there by Lorelli. Sticked aside by Riley. Back to the point, Siebert. Trying to tip it out in front there was Lorelli. Back to the point, thrown on net, goes just wide. Lorelli in the corner. Penn State collects it, tries to flip it out. Siebert holds the line. Back for Schwarzer. Schwarzer joined by Lorelli, gets out in front and swallowing that up before a chance for a shot was Riley. Nearing the halfway mark of period number 1, 11 minutes exactly left. Still scoreless, but Miami now with 8 shots to Penn State's 2. McMahon losing the face-off there to Penn State. McMahon wearing number 6 now. Comes out to center, Penn State trying to go back on the attack. Gets past Napolitano, but O'Toole didn't like what she saw, so she goes off for a line change. Napolitano controls. Shadowed by Willie. Up ahead, Ireland Murphy. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Ireland Murphy has some room, fires, and a blocker save made there by Riley. Geyer trying to chase it down. Penn State gets a clear. Cogswell all the way across for Smuck. Penn State trying to put it back in on the attack. Can't do it. Lila Sue. Back up ahead for Dolan. Dolan for Sue. Sue up the left wing. Drags, fires, and just off the glove of Riley. Les Carbeau tries to press the attack. Penn State now controlling, trying to start a breakout, and they'll get it, but advanced a little bit too far for an icing against Penn State. So now passing the halfway mark officially of period number 1, 9:37 remaining. Shots 10-2 in favor of the Redhawks. Although that first shot won't technically count since it was a crossbar. That first shot of the game by Penn State, very dangerous, had Gonzalez beat, just not the iron. Puck goes out in front of rebound. It's 2 stops by Riley, and she'll cover it. Very unfortunate bounce for the Penn State defense. Goes off a skate right in front. Forces Riley to drop down into the butterfly. Miami trying to capitalize, but 2 good saves there by Riley. Keeps this game scoreless. Off the face-off, Penn State wins it. The captain, Chiongo, trying to clear it. Goes back down for Carter. Carter across for Bolus. Miami quickly throwing it back to neutral. Penn State gets it back. Pisano throwing that on net, easily turned aside by Gonzalez, and she elects to hold on. So some back and forth action here so far in the first period. Shots are 11-3, but it's more or less been a somewhat even game. Penn State's gotten their opportunities, just hasn't been able to convert it into actual shots on goal. Penn State controls in their own zone, but a miscommunication. Tried to get it up ahead for Cronin. She was almost free for a break. But fortunately for Penn State, Valencia was back there to prevent that. Puck goes to center. Bobbling puck. Penn State trying to control it. Now they do. Valencia on the right side boards. Siebert across. Miscommunication by Napolitano, but it gets back into Miami hands anyways. McGurn puts it all the way in on net. And some good pressure there by Lorelli forces Riley to cover it up instead of play it out. So Miami now quadrupled up on shots over Penn State in favor of Miami, 12-3. Here at Goggin Ice Center on this Saturday evening. Puck played in their own zone by Penn State. That was Sanders getting it out to center. Back at the line. Cogswell had put it across for Lonergan. She wasn't able to get it going the other way. Schwarzer controls near the center ice dot. Turning and throwing it in deeper was Lorelli. Penn State has the puck in their own zone. Held at the line by Lonergan. Geyer, all alone in the zone, holds on to it a little while, long enough for reinforcements to arrive. Ireland Murphy. Murphy has Geyer, trying to center it out in front. It goes off the body of Riley, and she covers it on the backdoor pass attempt. Great play by Emily Geyer there. Cannot be overstated how important that was. Again, she was alone, 1 versus 5 in the Penn State zone, held onto it just long enough to give Ireland Murphy and the rest of the Redhawks a chance to get in there on the attack. Delayed it just long enough to prevent an odd man rush. As that's going to go down the length of the ice, but they're going to rule no icing. Napolitano's got to hurry up. O'Toole's going to win that 50-50 race. O'Toole showing some wheels early. Geyer trying to do a one-touch feed, accidentally turns it over, but it got back to Napolitano. Penn State trying to spring an attack. Turn back over. Ireland Murphy trying to get around her body. Can't do it. Frankie Varallo tried to put it in deep there. Penn State manages to regain possession. Napolitano. Looking up ahead for Dolan. Again, Miami trying to just apply enough pressure to force an error in Penn State's playmaking. So it gets back for Varallo, up ahead for Sue. Past her reach, across for Les Carbeau. Penn State again trying to start a breakout, and they'll get it. 2 fancy moves there by Kamashak across, and trying to fire a sharp angle shot was Radica, but that goes over the net. Back out to neutral. Delayed offside. Miami's got some time, but not much. Radica tried to center it out in front. Was looking for Salvino, but not there. Penn State still controlling it. Again, put up against the boards. Trying to feed it back to the point. Chiango forced to reset it. A pick there by Sue off the Penn State captain. Almost a too many men penalty for Penn State, but not quite. As they got caught with the puck in their skates on the line change, refs keep their arms down. Redhawks trying to go back on the attack. Penn State's going to recollect it. McGurn and Lonergan applying pressure. Shot goes on. Lauren Smith cycles it downwards for Cronin. Cronin gets out with it. Tries to wrap around. It's loose! And another attempt there. Trying to go high corner. Goes over the net and through the blue paint harmlessly. Cogswell. Lonergan. Back up for Cogswell. Off the right side boards. To Lonergan's opposite number. Again, the captain, Chiango. McGurn. Drop pass to Cogswell. Cross for Lonergan. Back to Cogswell. Feeded Heinig. Emily Heinig battling for it. Gets back at the point. Smuck throws it on net. That's tipped on the way, and Riley was already down to stop that. O'Toole up the other way. That's going to be an interference call on Siebert there. She got the shoulder into O'Toole. Well, Lauren Siebert, she's allowed to hold her positioning, but a little bit of a shoulder into that physicality, and that's going to be the difference maker there to let the refs call an interference against Lauren Siebert. First special teams look of the evening. 4:22 to go in period number 1, a 2-minute power play for Penn State. O'Toole, who drew the penalty, going to be taking the faceoff, and they win it. Back to the point. Coggin across. Back again, Willie. Willie and Coggin, easily the two most dangerous players on Penn State's roster. Willie left it off. Trying to put it out to center was Bolus. Now Snedeker. Snedeker being shadowed by McMahon. Gets it back. Puts it down low. Gets all the way across for Willie. Willie left it off for Coggin. Back for Willie. Willie's got some room. Fires a shot, and a good block there by McMahon. McMahon trying to clear it. Held in by Willie. Willie back down. Gets it fed back, and a stop by Gonzalez. The rebound goes below the net. Geyer trying to clear it. Gets back, and now it's cleared by Cogswell. Halfway through the power play, 60 seconds remaining. Riley comes out to play it. Up ahead for Willie, still out there. Napolitano trying to cut off her angle. Willie gets it back on the right side. Back at the point to Coggin. Coggin looks over options, fires a shot, stopped by Gonzalez. The rebound, they score! That's going to be Ava Valencia breaking the ice here at the Goggin Ice Center. Gonzalez able to make that first stop and perhaps the second, but it's the last one that gets through her. As a rather large away crowd for Penn State cheers on their team as they score first. So off that goal, off that power play goal, Penn State right back on the attack, but a good play there by Natalie Dolan. Gets out to neutral. Lila Sue now controls it in the Miami zone. Escarbo up ahead for Dolan. Played offside, but Dolan gets there first regardless. Varallo trying to spring Sue, gets through her stick though. Back up the other way, Radica. Radica into the boards. Down low for Kamashak. Kamashak has it below the net. Back out to the point, down for Kamashak again. Back to Shiango, throws it on net, goes wide. Miami hemmed in their own zone. Up ahead for Sue, again gets past her stick. That's going to be, looks like a too many men penalty. Going to be going to Penn State. Penn State caught a little bit dangerous here a couple times already in this game, and it looks like they're finally going to be paying for it. Maybe. And yes, that's going to be happening. Anya Bolus headed to the box to serve that too many men penalty. So Miami, after surrendering a power play goal, is going to get their own shot to even it up. Minute 51 remaining in the period, so they'll get the entire remainder of the first period, plus 9 seconds to start the second, assuming they don't score. McGurn will take the face-off. Lauren Smith on the left wing. Mandy Cronin on the right. Back at point, Laura Cogswell. And Lauren Siebert cleared immediately off the draw by Penn State. Gonzalez comes out to play it. And miscommunication. Got to be careful. Catherine Willie has it. Dropped it off for O'Toole. Stopped by Gonzalez. The rebound is loose in Miami. Getting away with that one again. Miami playing with fire. Mandy Cronin on the attack. Up the left wing. Tries to get it through her body. Can't do it. Back up for Willie again. Driven all the way in. Goes wide. Lauren Siebert on the attack. Bringing it in on her own. Up the right side. Stops just shy of the goal line. Back to Cronin. Throws it on net just wide. Clearing attempts going to be successful for Penn State. Lauren Smith on the attack. Brings it below the net. Stops. Reverses. Back for McGurn. McGurn back to the defense. Cogswell. McGurn out in front trying to get it on net was Lauren Smith. Clearing attempt successful again by Penn State. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Cogswell. Stretch pass for McGurn. Leaves it off for Smith. Back for McGurn. McGurn powers her way in. McGurn left it off for Schwarzer. Back for Smuck at the point. Across. One-timer attempt made there. Unsuccessful by Lonergan. Gets back to her. 15 seconds remaining in the period. Smith. Out in front. Stopping the rebound. The puck is still loose. Where is it? And now covering it up is Riley. Best look at the power play right there for Miami. Still unsuccessful. In converting, 6.7 seconds left on the clock. They're going to get one last shot to do something here. Schwarzer has to win. Gets out for Sue. Sue back for Lonergan. Lonergan to put it on net. That's tipped wide across a couple of bodies, and that's going to go into the corner and do it for period number 1. At the end of the first period, 1-0 in favor of Penn State. Shots on goal. Miami with 16. Penn State with only 6. But making one of those 6 count on the power play when we come back for period number 2. Still 9 seconds left on that power play. And we will be back shortly. Getting prepped for the start of period number 2, where Miami still down 1-0 after a power play goal by Valencia. Despite a dominant period, Miami's still unable to answer back, including a power play that's about to expire in the next 5 seconds, looking to at least get a zone entry out of it. McGurn has some space, puts it on net. Easy save there off the pad by Riley. Good play by Siebert to knock it off the stick of O'Toole. Trying to put it out to center. Can't get it through the body of Chiango. McGurn playing point for Siebert. Back across for Cogswell, down to McGurn once again. McGurn has it. Playing back and forth at close range with Cronin. Back at the point for Cogswell.
There we go, Cogs.
Back down again for Cronin. Trying to get it off that left wall. As Miami just hasn't seen the opportunity for it yet. As a good poke check made there by Riley, gets it back into Penn State hands. Up for Willie. Willie trying to gain some space. She does, and a stop by Gonzalez.
There we go, Maya.
Thrown to the opposite corner. Willie turns and fires. Good shot there. But an equally good block by Siebert to prevent it from going on net. 3-on-2 if Miami hurries.
Come on, Cogs, move your feet.
Cogswell, cross for Cronin. Cronin fanned on the shot. So she drags it in deeper. Smith has it taken away. And up the other way, Penn State. Knocked away by Varallo. Napolitano. Clearing attempt made there, unsuccessfully by Lorelli. But some bodies collide. That buys Miami some time. Up ahead, Schwarzer, one of Miami's best forecheckers, and she's showing why now, developing a 2-on-1. Schwarzer trying to get it across. Poke check, the rebound. Oh, what a stick save made there! Gabrielle Snedeker just stopped a sure goal, swatting it away with her backhand. Schwarzer trying to reset it quickly. She'll put it on net, and that's turned aside and held by Riley. Phenomenal defensive play there by Gabrielle Snedeker. Should have audio.
It should, yeah. It's not muted.
It's not muted. Off the wall, back at the point for Smuck. Down again up the other way for Lonergan. Lonergan trying to attack. Back out in front. A save. The puck is loose, and it's not going to go. Back for Smuck, just across the line. She's got to recollect it and throw it back in.
I think you have sound. You can hear. Okay.
Emma Heinig. And that's going to be a penalty. Miami going to get another chance. That's going to be a tripping call. Entering the box for the second time tonight, Anya Bolis. So Miami going to get a second look at their power play, unable to convert on the first attempt. Some good looks. But some fantastic goaltending so far by Alexis Riley. And she remains unbeaten. McGurn's going to be taking that draw a second time. Win cleanly back to Siebert, who goes for Cronin. Cronin around the point. Down for McGurn. Back for Siebert. She'll drag and fire. Blocked there by Willie. Thrown back in by Miami, but right into Penn State hands. 50-50 race. Willie's going to win it. Willie's got some support from O'Toole, but she turns it over.
Come on, Cogs.
Cogswell brings it across the blue line. Off for McGurn. McGurn has some space to go in, but she doesn't have enough time for a shot. Dropped it back all the way. Cronin. Cross for Smuck. Smuck down for Cogswell. Puts it right back to Smuck. Minutes 15 left on the power play. A shot just barely outside the post by Smuck. Cronin losing her stick there. Forced to pick it up. McGurn helps her out. Gets back for Smuck again. Smuck for Cogswell. Cogswell moving in. Cogswell with some space. Centering it across. Cronin fires. What a save! It's a goal! What a play! Hats off to Alexis Riley. I really thought she had that, but able to bury it, dragging and firing, leaving no doubt Mandy Cronin. I really thought that Riley got across. I mean, she was there, just barely able to sneak it over that glove side. But they don't ask how. And they certainly don't ask how close. It's in, it counts. Miami ties it back up on the power play. Off the face-off, almost a turnover, but not quite. Miami bringing it right back in on the attack. Dolan up the right side. Dolan trying to bring it to the net. Stick goes flying. Puck is loose out in front. Smuck unable to hold that line. It's going to go down the length of the ice for an icing against the Ice Lions. So after 22 shots on goal, Miami finally getting past Riley by a hair. And it's going to have to be that kind of effort to beat her tonight, obviously, as she is dialed in. Again, still nearly getting all the way across for a cross-crease goal, about as sharp an angle against the grain as you can get, and she still nearly got there. On the attack, though, a 2-on-1 developing for Miami, but a great defensive play there by the stick of Coggin. Prevented Les Carbeau from getting the shot away. Lila Sue throws it in. Coggin's going to get there first. Lila Sue's going to hold the line, though. Les Carbeau going to apply some pressure as Miami finishes off their line change. Back to the point, held in by Varallo. Cross for her twin. Napolitano, a shot, and that's stopped. Unable to grab hold of it, though, is Riley, so the puck is loose. Coggin has it. Penn State trying to start a breakout. They can't do it. And Napolitano is going to throw it back in. Coggin with it. Coggin up ahead. Now going up the other way, Heinig. Emily Heinig has it stripped away by Snedeker. So the official goal call is there. A power play goal scored by Mandy Cronin. And the assist coming from Laura Cogswell. Schwarzer up ahead again. One of Miami's better forecheckers as she puts it in. Miami's going to go off for a line change.
Come on, Lorelli!
With Lorelli there to bide some time, and she does it successfully. Cogswell with it. Dancing at the line. Good move there. Chips it in deep. Lorelli below the net. Out in front trying to spring for a quick shot was McMahon. Back for Cogswell again. Down for Murphy. Murphy tried to feed Lorelli. Gets all the way across from McMahon instead. Murphy with it again. Back up the other way, Penn State. Gets out in front of stop by Gonzalez. The rebound is loose and collected by Miami up the other way. And a hit. Miami looking for an interference call, and they're not going to get it. As Geyer colliding in a very similar way with McDougall as Siebert and O'Toole earlier in the game. Quick shot attempt made there. Goes wide of Gonzalez, and Cogswell there to clean it up. McGurn. Back at the point. Gets all the way down for Miami in their own zone. Siebert, a stretch feed. All alone, Cronin looking for number 2. She's alone, she scores! Phenomenal play! Phenomenal pass, phenomenal goal! And Miami's on top for the first time tonight. Mandy Cronin has 2. Off the draw. Penn State holds on to it. Goes down the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing against Penn State. .12:22 left in period number 2. Miami now on top 2-1. They haven't put the goal on the board yet, but it is a 2-1 game in favor of Miami. Both goals from Mandy Cronin, the Minnetonka native. Miami still on top in shots by a good margin. There's the goals. It's 23-8 in shots in favor of the Redhawks. Down low, controlling it is Dolan. Quick one-touch pass. Up for Lila Sue. She's driving the zone. Down low, controlling it, Coggin. Battle for the puck. Dolan wins it, throws it back down towards the net. Stopped there by Snedeker. On the attack. Turned over, Miami. Trying to get it up the other way. Lonergan up the right side, trying to get it back for Lescarbeau. Back instead for Varallo. Up for Schwarzer. Schwarzer up the left side, joined late by Heinig. And now Lorelli. Dropped off for Napolitano. Napolitano throws it on net. The rebound is there and a save by Riley. Redhawks are buzzing now. Off that momentum shift. Thanks to Mandy Cronin's 2 quick goals. .11:07 now left in period number 2, nearing the halfway mark of the game. Napolitano, a quick shot, bounces off some bodies, doesn't get all the way on net. Heinig. Down low, trying to feed a centering pass. There was Lorelli, but it wasn't there. It's not the other way. Lorelli's opposite number in Radica. And a sharp angle shot from the point. Stopped and swallowed up by Maya Gonzalez. Ashley Chiango got the puck back, saw a clear lane, and was able to shut that down. Gonzalez, the ever-reliable goaltender for Miami, trying to maintain their position at the top of their division. With a win tonight, controlled by Penn State. Centering feed attempt bounces off a Penn State skate. Unable to hold on to it in their own, or in the attacking zone rather, is Penn State. So it's forced all the way back into the Penn State zone. The captain Chiango trying to start a breakout. She's got it across the red line. Puts it in deep. No one there to give chase as they're going to go for a line change. So now Miami has it. Cogswell. Sharp chip up off the boards. And a race for the puck. Goldmeyer. Goldmeyer will win it. Goldmeyer trying to center it out in front, unable to get all the way to Geyer. Geyer has it now. Geyer absorbs a hit. Puck gets thrown back down below the net to her, but she was still tied up. Ireland Murphy holding it in at the line. Gets all the way back for McMahon. Across, Smuck below her net, trying to stretch another breakout. She spins out. Ireland Murphy. Back for McMahon. McMahon feeds. A feed attempt there, rather, for Cronin. Unable to get there. Penn State on the attack, trying to get through. She does, and it's a shot over the net. That was Erica Ginn. Up the left side. Out in front was Bullis. Unable to get the tap in on goal, so it goes into the corner. Penn State humming now. Shot from the point, swallowed up and held by Gonzalez. Some good chances there for Penn State, but Miami able to hold on, holding them to only 1 shot on goal in that little flurry. Miami's top line going to go back out there. McGurn to center. Wins it to the left wing. Siebert is there. And now a full tie-up. McGurn pickaxes that free. Up ahead for Lauren Smith. Smith unable to get it past. Ginnon, shot there, stopped by Gonzalez. Rather, that was Snedeker, excuse me. McGurn trying to stretch a feed for Lauren Smith. Almost taken away by Snedeker, but she can't hold on, so a 2-on-1 developing here for Miami. Smith, let's Carbo. Oh, and what a stop by Riley. McGurn brings it right back in. Left it off for Lonergan. Lonergan, a sharp angle shot. Bounces off the opposite side board. Siebert in for McGurn. McGurn down low. Smith lost it in her skates. And Penn State will take that away. Coggin lost that off a poke check. Turning and throwing that right back in is Miami. Now Lonergan on the attack. Lonergan tries to get that on net. Got through. Miami narrowly avoiding a high sticking call. Probably should have been one. Back to the point. Smith. Les Carbo doesn't have the energy to go after that one, so it's going to be Dolan instead. Lonergan, she's got some room. Gets around a body, tries to get a shot away. Unable to do it. Good work there by Lonergan to hold on to the puck twice through multiple bodies. Lila Sue is in. Lila Sue fires a shot and a blocker save made by Riley. Dolan chasing after it. Miami with a lot of pressure going right now. Falling down. Back at the point. Varelo, a shot blocked off a skate. And barely unable to get a rebound attempt off of that one was Lila Sue. Dolan still has it. Thrown right back in. Les Carbo has to get off for a change. She's been on for a while. Miscommunication on the pass feed for intended there for Duthie, but instead it gets for Varelo. Varelo, a drop pass. Was looking for Lorelli. Miscommunication by Miami. Nobody went after that puck. So it's back out in neutral ice. Lila Sue still out there as well. O'Toole carving through the neutral ice defense. Driven into the boards there by Lorelli. Up ahead for Schwarzer. Schwarzer on the attack. Finally, Miami can get some bodies off. Schwarzer around the net, waiting for reinforcements. She sees them. Back at the point for Cogswell. Looking there for Lorelli. Taken away by Chiango and up the other way for Penn State. Feed attempt bounces off the stick and goes into the skates of Smuck. She's ridden into the boards there by Willie, but Cogswell is there to collect it. Cogswell. Heinig clears into neutral ice, and that will make it all the way down for an icing against Miami. Some extended action there. Good looks by Miami. Still holding strong, though, Alexis Riley. 5:46 to go in period number 2. 2-1 Red Hawks. Shots on goal, 26 Miami, 11 Penn State. Schwarzer to take the face-off against Kamashak. Schwarzer's going to win it. Cogswell on the goal line up ahead for Schwarzer. She's got a little bit of room. Schwarzer turns on the Jets. Possible 2-on-1. She's hauled down. No penalty on the play. Lorelli trying to help her out. But Penn State gets possession. Bounces off a skate fortuitously there for Kamashak. Chiango lost it to Heinig, who throws it right back in. Geyer on the attack. Penn State with numbers in their own zone. Geyer trying to get down there, but blocked away by Pisano. Pisano, a stretch feed, well up ahead for Radica. Radica, a drop pass. Not ready for that one was Kamashak. Shot attempt from the point was made there by Pisano, but it bounces off a Miami body and goes out of play. So now we're less than 5 minutes to go in period number 2. Still 2-1 in favor of the Red Hawks. McMahon to take the draw. She'll win it to Siebert. Point shot made there and swallowed up by Gonzalez. That was Erica Ginn. Sitting there in the high slot. Another draw won there by McMahon. Lonergan forced to retreat a little bit. Lonergan below her own net. Looped up the boards to Geyer. Geyer gets it out of the zone. And delayed offsides. Forces Penn State to touch up. Siebert's got a little bit of time. Chipped off the glass. Goldmeyer absorbing a hit there. 2-on-1 possibly if Miami hurries. Across. Trying to slam that one home was Emily Geyer, but she fanned on it. Up the other way for Penn State. Losing their balance there. Carter. And now Napolitano. Napolitano below the net. Waiting for reinforcements. Back to Varallo. McGurn. Centering feed attempted for Smith, but that goes into the corner. O'Toole up the other way for Penn State. Taken away by Varallo. She brings it right back the other way. Varallo left off. Cronin, 2 goals already. Below the net, centering feed for Lauren Smith. That bounces off a stick and cleared away by Penn State.
Come on, Nets!
Not quite going to make it for icing off the rolling puck as it starts to take a leftward turn into the wall. So Napolitano with a stretch pass attempt. That's not going to make it all the way down for icing either. McGurn on the attack. A quick stop there by Valencia to get it back going the other way for Penn State. Up the left side. Pierce. Thrown away there by Cogswell, excuse me. Out to center. Gets out in front for Gonzalez, and she's just going to smother that puck. Now less than 3 minutes remaining in period number 2. 2:53 to be exact. As shots are now up to 26-13. So slowly catching up in the shot department. Penn State. Willie has it off the draw. Les Carbo trying to dig it away. Supported by Murphy. Penn State, Willie still controls it in the attacking zone. Tries to get it out in front. And it's swatted away by the Miami defense. Gets out to center. They're unable to hold the line as Penn State. Cogswell feeding Dolan, and now Sue. Sue drags and fires. That's a little bit of stick contact there. Takes it wide of the net. Battle in the corner. Goes right out in front of Riley. Held in at the line by Sue off the clearing attempt. Sue up the left wall, or the right wall, excuse me. Les Carbo. Back for Murphy. Murphy unable to hold that line. Les Carbo going to have to race back. Prevent Pierce from getting some space there. Around, Cogswell. Dolan. Couldn't clear it. Coggin, a sharp angle shot. Pad save made by Gonzalez. Gets out to point, throwing it back into that same corner from the Coggin shot. Cogswell with it right out in front of the Zamboni doors. Loses her footing. Dolan takes her place. And Dolan loses her footing. Good move there. Drop back to the point. Puck still loose. Turning and firing there was Radica, but that was blocked. Cogswell still with it. Miami on their heels. Quickly put right back in as Gonzalez is going to reach to the side of the net and smother that puck to get a break. 68 seconds left in period 2. Penn State really pressing the attack. Schwarzer's going to take the draw against Ginn. Penn State will win it. Good clear by Lorelli. Might have a 3-on-1 developing here for Miami, and we will. Lorelli all the way across. Firing a shot was Heinig, and that rises up over the net. Siebert still holds on to it. At the line, across for Smuck. Smuck puts one on net. Tipped. Doesn't get all the way on, but the rebound is loose, and almost trying to get a stick away there was Schwarzer. Out to center. Knocking across the line. Barely holding in is Lorelli. Lorelli feeding Schwarzer. Schwarzer tries to turn and fire it. Good stick there by Chiango to prevent it. Up the other way. Slowing it down. Again, into the skates of Smuck. She lost it, but found it. Retreating back. Penn State trying to feed one last zone entry. Smuck's going to take it up the other way. 10 seconds to go. Smuck trying to find something. She's taken down. Out in front, centering feed. And at the very last possible second, getting a shot away was Lorelli. But able to stop it there was Alexis Riley. So at the end of period number 2, Miami with 2 quick ones by Mandy Cronin to gain that lead for the first time tonight. And they will exit the second period with a 2-1 lead. So when we come back for period number 3, Redhawks 2, Ice Lions 1. Shots on goal, 26 Miami, 14 Penn State. We will see you for period number 3. Preparing for the start of period number 3 now. Katie McGurn is going to take the center ice draw as Miami enters period number 3 with a 2-1 lead off of 2 goals in the second by Mandy Cronin. Speaking of Cronin, she's in on the attack. Pressured into the boards, taken away by O'Toole. O'Toole feeds it below the net to Pisano. Stretched out to neutral ice and thrown right back in by Miami. Chiango going down there to play it. Miami making a partial line change, so not ready to go in on the attack yet. There's a quick stretch up to O'Toole. Quickly taken away by Schwarzer, who caught up. And here comes up the other way, Catherine Lonergan. Tries to get it on net, unable to do so as it goes just narrowly wide. As whistle goes. Not sure what the call was there. Puck might have gone out of play, and they might have just been waiting for the refs to whistle it. But in any case, we're going to reset for another face-off. Schwartz is going to take the draw. And winning that is Kamashok. It's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing against the Ice Lions. Already a minute passed by in period number 3. Still nothing worth mentioning so far anyways. No real shots on goal, no good chances either way. Both teams still settling into the period, as is often to see. The team's a little bit to settle in. Quick pass, clearing attempt over Heinig off the post. What a shot! Clearing attempt was made there by the Penn State defense, and Heinig was just sitting there all alone in the slot, waiting for it. Teed it up for her perfectly, picked her corner, but couldn't beat the iron. Schwarzer winning the draw quickly for Lorelli. Schwarzer has it below the net. Backhanded on by Heinig. Didn't get cleanly on net. Lorelli left it for Schwarzer. Schwarzer driving the attack, and that's stopped and held on by Riley. So now Miami starting to settle into the period a little bit. Now a minute and a half passed by. Another face-off win to the right winger, Lorelli. As trying to bring it out on the attack, Penn State. Turn over to Cogswell. She fanned on the attempt to clear. And the whistle goes. Not really sure where the puck went there. Might have gotten stuck in the equipment of Penn State forward Isabella Carter. So the faceoff's going to come back into Miami zone. Penn State wins a quick shot on net. Swallowed up by Gonzalez. Off the shot there by Chiango. Late change attempt made there to try to get Willie on. Not going to work. Rest send her right back to the bench. Varallo tries to clear it. Chiango just barely unable to hold that line, so Varallo's clearing attempt is successful. Carter drives the attack with her opposite number, Napolitano, excuse me. And it's turned and thrown right back in by Carter. Varallo trying to feed Geyer. Just gets past her stick. And Geyer's going to negate the icing as she's able to chase it down close enough. McMahon back to Goldmeyer. Cleared into neutral ice. Napolitano. Dropped it back for McMahon. Gets past her stick. Gonzalez is going to be forced to smother it as it gets all the way back down to her. 17-14 remaining in regulation time. Still 2-1 Redhawks. Again, both teams settling into this period. Quick flurry of chances by Miami, and now back more to some even back and forth hockey. Face off one, turning and firing. On Penn State, it was Willie. What a good block there by Lonergan. Sue up the other way. Stumbles and puck extends past her stick as O'Toole is dumped down. Dolan is forced to retreat off the delayed offsides. And it's turned over to Penn State. Miami gets it right back. Lila Sue slows up, gets around her opposite number. Lila Sue up the left side, puts it on net. A stop by Riley. Past the reach of her glove, but she's able to reset and cover that up before Miami is able to crash the net. Dolan lining up to take the draw, flanked by Les Carbeau and Sue. Cogswell and Siebert back at the line. Lila Sue trying to loop it around the wall. Gets to Penn State hands instead. Sue prevents the breakout pass. Penn State still holds on, though. Across, trying to get it out is Salvino. Put back in the opposite corner by Miami. And now Penn State on the attack with a chance here. Kamashok fires a shot, stopped by Gonzalez. The rebound is loose. Eventually collected there by Radica. Radica turns and fires, and it's blocked by Siebert. Shakes that one off as it rode up onto her helmet. But Les Carbeau with some room up ahead now. A one-on-one. Les Carbeau tries to get it around. Unable to do so, but she recollects it. Les Carbeau waits for reinforcements, turns and tries to put that one back in deep. Kamashok has it taken away by Smith. McGurn now joining. Les Carbeau's going to get a change. She's been out there for a while. Radica trying to get the clear. Knocked away and then eventually cleared. Up the other way now. Cronin. Cronin looking for some room to shoot. Has it taken away off some poke checks. Napolitano loses it. We got a brief breakaway here potentially for Radica. Varallo trying to get in. Varallo gets a stick on it and stopped and gloved down by Gonzalez. Dangerous opportunity there. Just able to get back in time. Varallo to apply a little bit of pressure. And that prevented Radica from getting a clean shot away. And Gonzalez was able to hold on to that one. Face-off won by Penn State. Cronin tried to get out to clear it. Turned over. Smith gets it past the blue. Penn State already touched up, however, so they bring it right back in. Carter all the way out to the point and back out into neutral. Chiango. It's put in deep. The Twins out there on defense. Varallo across to Napolitano. Penn State puts it in deep. Varallo across for Napolitano. Up for Cronin. She's going to redirect it in and do a change. Up the other way, Penn State. Chiango on the stick of her opposite number, Lonergan. Schwarzer up ahead for Heinig. Heinig's got some room. Schwarzer rejoins her on the rush. Heinig unable to get it around Melanie Pisano. And Willie has it turned away. Schwarzer on the attack. Schwarzer with a shot, and that's swallowed by Riley. Good chance there for Schwarzer and Lorelli. Lorelli unable to get enough legs under her to join for a clean 2-on-1, so Schwarzer took the shot, and up to the task was Riley. Schwarzer's going to take this draw again. Winning it this time is Penn State. O'Toole with some room. She might have a breakaway. She blows past Smuck. Breakaway for O'Toole. Unable to get the shot away on the rebound. Gonzalez gets the pad out and swallows that up. Maya Gonzalez showing why she's so heavily relied upon by the Redhawks and why she's so reliable in that regard, able to turn away very dangerous chances, keeping this a 2-1 game. Looking across for Heinig. She gets it, but falls down from the physicality. Down for Cogswell. Crossing up the other way. Lorelli. Lorelli and Heinig coming off for a change. Schwartz is going to apply the pressure to let them do that. On comes Miami on the attack as that puck is covered up by Riley. McMahon to take the draw, flanked by Geyer and Goldmeyer. Miscommunication off that draw lets Penn State take it. Good stick by Siebert. Forces them to retreat. Up the other way, Snedeker. Goldmeyer. Puck knocked away. Siebert. Up ahead for Geyer. Emily Geyer. Good defensive stick knocked away by Coggin. Geyer gets it back. Advances it down below the goal line. Puck bounces off some bodies unexpectedly. And so Penn State gets possession. Geyer bodying up Salvino. Held in at the line by Cogswell. Cogswell with some room. Dragging, trying to fire it. That's blocked by Salvino. Penn State trying to take it up the other way, and they will. Radica will dump it. Full change for Penn State. Siebert. Lead pass for Les Carbeau. Taken away by Willie. And up ahead, Pisano with some speed. Siebert knocks her away from the puck. Les Carbeau up ahead for Sue. Again, misses that pass. Thrown right back in by Penn State. Cogswell has it again. Stretch pass for Les Carbeau. Perfectly communicated, a 3-on-2 if Miami hurries. Les Carbeau's going to take a shot, turned aside by Riley. But Les Carbeau establishes the attack. Gets it back to Dolan. Napolitano. Centering feed attempted there for Les Carbeau, but she was tied up. Varallo. Down for Sue on the right side. Sue taken down. Dolan is there to pick it up. Across, Napolitano. Fires. Stopped by Riley, and the rebound corralled back in by Chiango so that Riley could cover it. 11:01 now remaining. Miami broken the 30-shot mark up to 32. Penn State up to 18. First line back out there for Miami with the Twins on defense. Of course, the Twins referring to Varallo and Napolitano, not literal twins, but both affectionately referred to as the Twins by their teammates. Napolitano up along the boards, taken away by O'Toole. Willie up the other way, up the left wing. Loses it, collected by Radica. Centering feed attempt goes through the blue paint, all the way out for a shot. That was swallowed up by Gonzalez. Another 30 seconds pass by. Puck going back and forth here. It's a very close game. Don't let the shots deceive you. Alexis Riley making sure of that. She's been fantastic tonight. Clean win by Penn State. Radica taking a shot, blocked away by Gonzalez. The rebound doesn't go on net. Gonzalez thrown back in front of her, and she turns it aside. Covering the post. And Miami trying to get it cleared. Lauren Smith up ahead for Cronin. Cronin for McGurn. McGurn has some room. She draws a penalty. She still has it. And it's taken away. And there's the penalty. It's going to be a hooking call. Miami chance number 3 on the power play. And headed to the box, Gabrielle Snedeker. That's going to be an important loss for Penn State. Snedeker showing how needed she was on that second penalty kill, preventing a sure goal early in it. And now with 10:01 to go, just shy of the halfway mark of period 3, Miami's going to get a third power play look. 1 for 2 so far. Schwarzer's going to start out on center. back for Smuck. That second unit is going to be out there. As the top unit, most of their bodies were just out to draw the penalty. Schwarzer, Lonergan. Lonergan dances at the point. Down for Sue. Back for Lonergan. She's going to fire. Blocked. The rebound comes out to Sue. She tries to put it on net. And another block. Sends it to the corner. Schwarzer collects. Back for Smuck. Back for Schwarzer. Carves her way in. Puts it on net. And that's stopped and covered by Riley. Two good chances there early. Only 31 seconds have passed. Schwarzer going to take the draw again. Wins it cleanly. Lonergan. Shot attempt off the pad of Riley. Lonergan gets it back from Sue. Across to Smuck. Shot goes on. Tipped and scores! It's going to Smuck! Unfortunate for Riley, who was having herself a game tonight. But on the way in, that puck was redirected off a defending body and some friendly fire. Doubles the lead for Miami. 2 for 3 on the power play now. Three of the 4 goals tonight have come on the power play. Penn State's lone goal on the power play, and now 2 of Miami's 3. One by Cronin and now one by Smuck. 3-1 Redhawks. One by Cogswell, up for Goldmeyer. Quickly trying to get it back on the attack. Goldmeyer pierces the armor of the defense and gets it through that blue line, but not for long as it's thrown right back into Miami zone. Siebert, a leave path, but a miscommunication as that was turned over to Kamashak. Out in front, puck is loose, collected by Emily Geyer, the Stowe, Ohio native. Siebert dropped it down for Cogswell, and she's got some space to get it up. Stops just shy of the Penn State bench, but Miami recollects it. Cogswell still trying to do it all herself, and she's going to get another chance to bring it out on the attack, and she will. Across, Lila Sue, the puck is loose out in front, but that's swallowed up by Riley. Another good look there by Miami, as they're going to try to extend this lead even further with 8:19 remaining in regulation. Want to try to drive this game out of reach. 2 goals in 8 minutes is extremely possible. As O'Toole might have a brief break here, but the puck is going to go all the way into the corner before she can get there, so a lucky bounce from Miami. Off of a great play by O'Toole. That goal being announced for Alicia Smuck. Schwarzer with the assist. Les Carbeau on the attack now. Doesn't like what she sees, and she's forced to retreat, but she turns it over. Radica on the attack. Varallo is back. Radica off. Oh, what a glove save by Gonzalez! The windmill! Phenomenal save there by Gonzalez. The most dangerous scorer on the ice for Penn State was all alone in the slot, and Gonzalez says, no, thank you. I'm keeping this 3-1. Remember that save. Lonergan has it off the faceoff. Goes below Gonzalez, chips it off the wall to try to advance it. She does. Cronin gives it right back to her. Lonergan on the attack, trying to get a shot away, taken away, and thrown back out into neutral. Smuck, the most recent goal scorer for Cronin. McGurn up ahead and tipped in by Smith. Lauren Smith on the attack. Squirts out to the side. McGurn has it. Siebert drags, fires off a stick and out of play. Trying to tip that on net was Smith. 6:55 remaining in regulation time. Miami bleeding more off the clock, and they're not sitting back. Redhawks up to 36 shots now to 21 for Penn State. Shot attempt off the draw. Bounces off the body of McDougal and sent out to center. Cogswell being shadowed by Piers. Up ahead, one-touch feed by Siebert. That's Lorelli around the net for Siebert. Puts it on net, tried to redirect it there with Schwarzer. Goes into the corner, Lorelli recollects it. Back for Siebert again. Across for Cogswell. Cogswell fakes the shot, brings it in, drops it back for Siebert. Siebert puts it on, deflected away by some sticks, a wraparound attempt. And it's not covered. Referee says it's still going, so Schwarzer picks it right off. Covering attempt by Riley, not good enough for the referees to blow the whistle. They said it was loose, so it's still live. Cogswell with a drive and deflected out by Piers. Could have quickly turned ugly there for Penn State. Riley was trying to cover it. It was around the other side of the net, so we didn't get a look at it, but the referee says you have to cover it. I could hear that clearly from him. He says, got to cover it. And Schwarzer was able to pick that clean away before she was able to get a sufficient amount of catcher on it. Varallo with a quick turn. Advances the puck the other way. Schwarzer has it. Knocked away. She blocks it, so it gets out cleanly to Lorelli. Lorelli back to the point, Varallo. Varallo back in for Lorelli. Schwarzer tries to put it on net. That's blocked in a skate. Schwarzer tries to get another shot away, and it's taken up the other way now. Coggin up the right side. On the attack. Coggin brings it right to the net, out in front. The shot, the rebound, and it goes over the net. Another shot attempt, and that also goes over the net. Some good defense out in front. Gonzalez trying to tell the rest the net is off. They reset it instead of blowing the whistle. A shot on, tipped and redirected, no goal. Goes through Maya Gonzalez's pads and out. Playing some pinball there as it entered straight in Maya Gonzalez's passes and exited to the right. Penn State still trying to get some shots away. They're unable to do it. Heinig takes it away in neutral ice, crosses the red line and throws it in. Now a full change for Miami. Dolan's going to apply some pressure. Coggin can't get a clean clearing attempt. On the second try, she gets it out though. Up the other way, Piers. Puts it on net, easily sticked aside and swallowed up by the glove of Gonzalez. 4:21 left, still 3-1 Miami. Keep an eye on Riley here in the next minute or so. Penn State may look to go 6-on-5. Quick on the draw was Dolan, and Penn State wins it off the restart. Penn State puts it back in deep. There's Dolan to collect it. She's double teamed, so she's forced to try to reverse it, but it's taken away by Penn State. Kamashak forced to retreat. Good play there by Geyer. Geyer still pressuring her. Up ahead for Fasano. Lonergan trying to take it away. Kamashak tries to collect it. She takes it away from Gonzalez, who grabs it right back and covers it up. That was close. Now 3:44 in regulation. Riley still sitting back in her crease. Looks like no plans anytime soon anyways to take her out of the net. Face-off won by the Redhawks. Siebert up for Smith. Now McGurn. McGurn on the attack. Tried to put it in for Cronin. She has it now. Trying to tip it in front was McGurn, and it gets past her. Siebert left it off for McGurn. She's forced to go back for it. McGurn comes out of the battle with it, but loses it off of the net. And Penn State knocks it back out into center ice. Penn State trying to get back on the attack, but McGurn takes it right back. Up for Smith, a 2-on-1 developing here. Now a 3-on-1 if McGurn hurries. Lauren Smith, across, trying to feed Cronin for number 3. That deflected off a body, and Cronin couldn't get a clean shot on it. Puck was deflected off a body, so it's not going to be an icing. Didn't get far enough regardless. Now under 3 to go, taken away by Penn State, but knocked back away by the stick of Cogswell. O'Toole with a long-range shot. Pad save made by Gonzalez. Lauren Smith up the other way. 1-on-2. Now 1-on-3. Smith trying to bide time for the line change. And she does, as she goes off now that Schwarzer is in. Schwarzer. Napolitano threw it in. Trying to get a stick on there was Lorelli. But Penn State brings it out now. Varallo throws it right back in. No icing as it's collected first by Pisano. Miscue, Schwarzer back down. Lorelli trying to center it for Heinig. Goes through the paint and back out towards the point. Varallo back down for Heinig. Heinig trying to find Schwarzer. Taken away by O'Toole, and now Pisano with it. Now under 2 minutes remaining. O'Toole, a stretch feed for Radica, but Varallo is there to take it right back. Varallo puts it back in the Penn State zone, and Miami will apply pressure. Even if Riley wanted to go now, she can't. Taken back away. Varallo making some room. Or that's Dolan, excuse me. Dolan up the left side, tried to drop it. Gets back for Napolitano. Napolitano, a shot redirected off the leg of Dolan, or perhaps Chiango, and into the corner. Chiango up on the attack now. Puts it in deep, a line change for Penn State. Riley's still staying in her net. Looks like they're not going to pull her. Penn State trying to get this at least within 1. Gets across for Varallo, and now Napolitano. No icing there for Miami. Lila Sue on the attack. Less than 1 minute to go. 45 seconds left. And the sands of the hourglass quickly falling away for Penn State. Delayed high stick. And that's going to get called as McGurn touches up. 31 seconds left. Well, with the faceoff in Miami zone with 30 seconds to go, and Riley still not out of her net, you have to imagine it's not going to be happening. And McGurn, face-off one, quick shot made there by Penn State. Stopped and swallowed up by Gonzalez. Now 26 seconds. And now they're going to call her. It's now 26 seconds left. Penn State goes 6-on-5. You might have to think it's too little too late. Not sure why they waited so long, but they did. Tip attempt, not good. As it goes into the corner, 15 seconds. Out in front, quick shot attempt goes wide of the net. Willie, back at the point for Coggin. Not on her right side, so she's forced to go to the backhand and put it back in. Out in front, the puck is still loose. Battle for it, out in front, 1 second, 0. And it's drawn to the wall, and that's going to do it. So a 3-1 victory for the Miami women's team. 36 shots on goal to Penn State's 25. They came close to catching up. But Maya Gonzalez holds strong and stops 24 of 25 to assist Miami in this 3-1 victory. So final score of tonight's game, Miami 3, goals by Cronin with 2, and Smuck with the 3rd. And then the goal by Penn State was Ava Valencia. Final score, 3-1. Shots on goal, Miami 36, Penn State 25. We will be back for tomorrow's game, also against Penn State at 12:30. So thank you so much for tuning in. I've been Coulter Piper, calling this game play-by-play for you, and we will see you in the next one tomorrow.